Alright, real quick before we start the video, I just gotta say that you guys are absolutely insane. Just before I posted the Planet Origins SMP video, I was at around 400 subscribers, and now I'm at, I don't even know, because by the time this video releases, I'm sure it's gonna be something crazy. Anyways, at the point of this recording, we are well past 1000 subscribers, so all I gotta say is thank you so much, and enjoy the video. Wait, just one second. Look, these videos take me hours on hours to edit, so if you could just consider subscribing, that would make my day. Also, I just made a Discord, so check that out if you want an easier way to talk with me. The link is in the description. Alright, originally I wasn't planning on making this video, but after multiple requests in the comment section, I decided that I might as well should, and also that it would probably be really useful for you guys to be able to understand what we're talking about when we mention our origins. And so on to the first adapted origin, the adapted Avian. The Avian origin, an origin considered by many to not only be the weakest, but also the most boring origin, gains two new active abilities. The first ability is the Leap of Faith. By pressing your secondary, it basically launches you into the sky, acting like a get out of jail free card if you're ever in danger. The next ability is the Broiler Bolt. By pressing your primary key, you gain a large amount of temporary speed, but in exchange, after a few seconds, you need a rest and become incredibly slow for a moment. This ability is on a really short cooldown and can be reactivated the second you finish resting. One thing to note, this ability does not stack with any other speed potions, but it does work with soul speed, so you could get incredible speeds like this. Next, we have the adapted Elytrian. The Elytrian essentially gives you a free pair of permanent Elytras in exchange for a few drawbacks, and so for the Elytrian, the changes are relatively simple. Now, you take slightly less damage from crashing into walls, but only a little bit, so you still have to be extremely careful to not crash, or you'll probably die. The next ability is the more important one, called Sonic Boom. While gliding with your Elytra, you can activate this ability with your secondary key to propel yourself forward. This ability basically removes your need for firework rockets, unless you want to fly even faster. Then I guess you would still need fireworks. Next is the adapted Shulk. This is the origin that I'm currently playing on my server. The adapted Shulk really is quite simple actually. The first thing is that your natural armor turns into natural armor plus, granting you 3 extra armor bars. The next ability is called Fortified Juggernaut. You can toggle this ability on and off using your secondary key. This allows you to gain a ton of resistance in exchange for your sight and mobility. Basically, you become unkillable while you're in this form. But watch out though, just because you're basically invincible doesn't mean your armor is. So in PvP, if your armor gets destroyed, you're basically a sitting duck in iron armor. Next up we have the adapted Feline. This one's an interesting one. For the adapted Feline, I wanted it to be more of an agile DPS dealer. So for its first ability, it's called Serrated Claws. Basically, while you have your fist out, you deal around 2.5 hearts of damage with each punch. Now, this might seem useless, but the next ability is Rapid Lacerations. While you have your fists out, your punching cooldown is reduced to 0, effectively putting you in 1.8 PvP. Next up is the adapted Endarian. The adapted Endarian's first ability is Arrow Immunity, and as the name suggests, it makes you immune to arrows, which is incredibly useful in PvP. Its next ability is Eyes of the End, making it so you can see all players and mobs with the glowing effect as if you hit them with a spectral arrow. And that's about it for the adapted Endarian, pretty simple. After that, we got the Merlin, quite possibly one of the most annoying origins to play as. To make up for that, the Merlin receives 3 things. The first is Reinforced Scales, giving the Merlin a few free armor points. The next ability is Poseidon's Tact. This allows you to summon a falling trident above anything you hit, of course dealing extra damage to them. The third and maybe the most broken of all is Neptune's Blessing, allowing you to summon rain at any time. Use this ability wisely though, as you cannot use it again for another 24 actual hours. Alright, now onto the adapted Blazeborn. It's been slightly changed since the last time I showed you guys. First of all, it gains Featherweight and Tailwind, making it fall slower and run slightly faster. Next, it gains Dante's Inferno, allowing it now to release 8 fireballs in all directions while it's on fire. The last ability is Levitation, allowing it to toggle it on and off, basically letting you fly. Last but not least, we have the Adapted Phantom. The Adapted Phantom gains 2 new abilities. The first one is Shadow Riata, giving it regeneration, strength, and speed while away from the sun. The next ability is Phantom Sail, allowing it to swim through the air and blocks while phantomized, as if it's swimming through water. And now you might be thinking that I forgot the Arachnid. Well, you're only half wrong. I didn't make an adapted form for the Arachnid, but in the future, you guys get to decide what I add next to the Adapted Origins data pack. It can of course be the Arachnid, or it can be something completely new. The choice is up to you. All you gotta do to participate in choosing this is by joining the Discord server, where we'll be holding a vote sometime in the future. Alright guys, that's all from me for now. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the new SMP video coming next Friday. Bye!